This is Ben, Liam and Bell on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Welcome to I Sure Do, you flaming galah.
Oh, yeah.
Little nod to Alf Stewart there. There's a lot of excitement in this episode, mainly because the Joe Bros are coming down under, and Bell's a big fan. What do you think the odds are of us getting some Joe Bro time next year when they're here?
That'd be fun.
0.
I don't think
Yeah.
that big a deal.
Okay, rude.
We've had bigger than the Joe Bros on the show
Yeah.
before, but like
I just feel like they'd be like, yeah, we don't really need to. Unless they really need to promote it, I feel like they'll just be like, nah, they'll sell out and stuff and they won't need to
yeah, we'll see. We'll work on some Joe Bro time for you, Bell.
chat.
You just can't be weird about it though, like because I know you're a big fan. But you
It'd
can't.
literally just be me crying the whole time.
Imagine if we did a bit where it was us interviewing them and Belle had to stand in like a glass case and she could watch it,
Yeah.
but she couldn't be a part of it because she'd be too
That's,
weird.
you know what? Even being like near them in the vicinity.
Or imagine if we did a bit where we were like, guess what we did last night and played the interview.
Yeah, that's what I thought Ben was going to say. Like, imagine if we just did the interview and then we told you after. No, that's actually.
That would
would
be
be-
so brutal.
That would be your dream though, like Liam and I interviewing the Joe Bros because obviously you loved our show and you know,
Oh,
it's true.
get
we're our
over
biggest
it.
fan,
Too
and
well
then you started
combining.
producing us and then
No.
asked the Joe Bros to come like, whoa.
I did
Yeah.
when
It's like
I was
fan
like,
fiction.
yes,
Yeah.
no, but this is the thing.
Yeah.
When I was like 15 and I had like the dual love of like Hamish and Andy and the Jonas Brothers, there was like, would one day they come to Australia and Hamish and Andy would interview them? That was the dream.
If you had to,
Didn't happen,
if
obviously.
you had to put down Hamish and Andy, or we had to put down the Joe Bros, who do you put down?
Oh, well, Joe Bros.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So that-
yeah,
that's-
no,
wow,
no,
okay,
they
real
were
clear line.
second. They were
Yeah,
second.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy.
I made a fatal error yesterday, Ben and Bell,
Mm.
doing the airport run at peak hour. And
Oh.
I find, I always thought peak hour was like around 5 p.m. But I reckon
Nah, it's changing.
it's like 3:30. Maybe it's like when the tradies sort
No,
of
it's
knock
school.
off school run.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
3 p.m. till about 7 p.m.
Mm.
I've
I
got
would
a
say.
and obviously in the morning, like right now, 8:15, in the thick of it.
Yeah, I'd say 7:30 onwards.
I reckon anywhere right now would be
Yeah.
bumper to bumper.
been doing a few airport runs this week. Got the groomsmen in town doing a suit fitting today. And so I picked up a couple of mates on Wednesday and left the house at 2. I was feeling a little crazy. I took the tolls. It took me 28 minutes to get to the airport.
From Richmond.
From Richmond. Cruisy. And then yesterday, my sister was in town and her flight was a little bit later. So I left at 3:30 and at 4:30, I wasn't through the Burnley Tunnel. I checked my maps. I spent 58 minutes underground in the Burnley Tunnel with those freaking green lights
That's a
passing
joke.
over me. And literally, it was like it was kind of turn your engine off stuff. It was
Yeah.
like, what are we even doing
When
here?
I'm
Like,
Yeah.
it's-
when I'm in the tunnel, like for more than a minute, I feel like I can't breathe.
yeah, it's literally
like
you feel like you're in a mine, like a
Yeah.
mile down. Like
Yeah.
it's not even that far. But
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna die in here. I'm gonna die in here. What's
You know
happening?
what stresses me
Yeah.
out? When you see the water dripping from the top.
Yes,
You're like,
and it's
Yeah.
always that dirty water.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
probably, it feels like it's coming from the Yarra. It feels like it's
well, you're
trickling
under
down.
that's the thing. You're under the
That's
Yarra.
it.
So I sit there and I go, well, this is it. It's about to close.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. Like I knew this trip. If you've got a good run, it's like half an hour. But I was expecting 40 minutes. So after an hour, I wasn't even through the tunnel, and I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna peel off. I'm gonna go through sort of Docklands. I'm gonna get around Marvel Stadium, sort of through the back way,
Ugh.
and then that Footscray Road. I'm sort of just gonna. So it looks a bit longer, but I reckon I'm just gonna try and avoid and curve around. So I was driving for about an hour and a half at that point. And then I called my sister like probably 3 times because I was just like, oh, look, maybe just get an Uber. Like, it's so bad. Like, you'll probably be waiting for like an hour at the airport anyway, so it's probably better.
Yeah.
And she wasn't answering, which is fair. And I was like, oh, I've sort of made the effort now. And she called back just as I was like looking at the maps, because this is not a route I normally go. And you know how sometimes on a freeway there's like, you can turn left and then like 50 meters in front, you can turn left again, and it takes you to like a completely different
Yes.
Yeah.
spot. Like one puts you in Geelong and
Yep.
one puts you like,
Yeah.
and she called and I just took the wrong turn off.
What?
Added 45 minutes onto my trip. Like, I finally got off the red on Google Maps and it was like
Yeah.
into the orange, and I'm like, I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it. So I was driving, I'm not kidding you, for 2 hours and 15 minutes She ended up Ubering anyway. I didn't even get to the airport. I was in the car for over 2 hours, and I basically went from Richmond to Marvel Stadium and back.
And all that petrol.
It was literally 3:30, and I didn't get home till like 5:45 p.m.
At least you had Nova on your radio.
Am I right? At least I had the Nova Player app playing all my favourite hits. And, when there was a song I didn't like, I just swept across to Nova 90s.
How good.
Nova Rap.
Hang on, is
Nova.
this one big ad now?
Hang on, you weren't listening to Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel?
No, I was, but I was just popping over to check all our other...
Right.
I like to, I can get them on the Nova podcast
Right.
catch-up app after.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Always good.
That's
Get
it,
a-
that-
I'm a company man, guys. I'm a company man.
That is crazy, though. So
No,
how
honestly.
long? So from where to where and how long?
So, Richmond, through the Burnley Tunnel,
Yep.
Docklands,
Yep.
and then just sort of basically the Marvel Stadium and
Yeah.
back
You just
to
did a
my
little
house.
Melbourne,
Yeah.
a little scenic tour.
Yeah, and I would have been gone longer than the feature film The Titanic. I could have had a half-hour toilet break in the middle of the Titanic, and still got back in time.
Why don't we do 13, 24, 10? You took how long to get where?
Yes, because sometimes, that's the thing. An hour can dramatically change your day on
Yep.
these Melbourne roads.
Yep.
Everyone knows it.
Anyone that takes the Monash as well out east. So I sometimes take the Monash down and then the East Link, but only taking the East Link if everyone knows in Melbourne, you got to check Google Maps before you start your journey. I've been on the Monash before and then checked and it's gone like bright red, like that deep red.
Yeah,
deep
deep red,
and
yeah.
you know, like it's not
Well, but
moving.
that's the thing,
and
though.
so I peeled off onto the East Link and I could see ahead just a sea of red brake
Yeah.
lights and I was like, nope.
You know what, though? Sometimes, because it will say, plus 15, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I've been through worse. I've weathered worse storms. And then when you get there, it goes like plus 28, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
And then it goes plus 36, and you're like, okay, we're not moving here.
13, 24, 10. Give us a buzz. Let us know you took how long to get where. Sarah in Windsor.
Good morning, Ben Lima Bell.
Good morning.
I was on Chapel Street and I needed to get to Northcote and I went up Hoddle Street and I just completely forgot that the footy was on. So a 20-minute drive took
That'll
me
do it.
over an hour.
I just avoid Hoddle Street if I can at all costs. Like Hoddle, punt. It's just they actually they're triggering words. Like
Yeah.
people say that and you're just like, ooh, no.
I know this is a really bad thing to say, but touch wood, I haven't had a bad experience on Punt Road and Hoddle Street yet. And
How?
Now you're dancing with the devil because you're tempting fate.
I think because I've always avoided it during peak hours, but I've only ever gone on at like midday,
Mm.
and it's been.
I like
okay.
check. I check like if I'm not going to the game, I'm like, what time's that one going to finish? And you
Yeah.
just try and not do that.
Keisha in the Macedon Rangers. Good morning. You took how long to get where?
So I was leaving work, so I was working right near Southern Cross Station. So I think it's Dynon Road, heading out over the Westgate, Faulty. It took me 2.5 hours to get to Sydenham Water Gardens. It was actually my birthday, and I was going out for dinner, and so I was an hour late to my own birthday dinner.
No, and you feel it. I don't know about you, Keisha, but when I'm stuck in traffic that bad, I was literally like calling my family yesterday. It was like it was a hostage situation. I was like calling my mum, like, I love you, right? Like I might never get out of this tunnel.
It sometimes does feel like I've felt a bit claustrophobic before because you don't have another
And it's
option.
like, I don't know, you have that like white knuckle rage where you're just so
Yeah.
angry,
But there's
so annoyed.
nothing you can do
Nothing
about
Exactly.
it.
That's the helplessness of it. Leona joins us now. Tell us, how long did it take you to get where?
My son and I were going to see Guns N' Roses in 2014, and it took us 2 hours to turn off on the Monash onto the Punt Road exit. It was about 500 metres we had to drive, and
Just the turn off the lineup was 2 hours.
No.
2 hours to get to the MCG. He was a learner driver, so he was having a meltdown because he thought he was going to miss the concert as well as the traffic. And by the time we got there, they shut the car park and we had to park in the city.
Welcome to the jungle.
Did Did you see that one, Leona, or did you just catch the tail end of it? You probably just saw the encore, I'd imagine.
Let's go to one more caller. Wayne in Patterson's Lakes. You're in traffic right now, is that right?
Yeah, mate. Heading to the airport to go and pick up. It's lucky they're delayed by 40 minutes from Sydney, but I've only just come past Blackburn Road. So,
Mate.
What?
How long have you been driving for, mate?
it feels like ever. But
So have you, because if you're coming from Patterson Lake, so have you gone up the East Link, Wayne, and now you're on the Monash?
yeah, that's correct.
Ooh, and then you're at Blackburn. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Hang on, what time do you leave home?
Probably, would have been an hour ago, I'd say.
Oh, God. No,
So-
get off the Monash, Wayne. Go north, and then just take the north way.
But Wayne, you've been loving the show, right?
100%, man.
Yeah, mate.
It's been good to catch up with everything that's going on.
What do we do before 8 o'clock this morning then?
Well, take the dogs for a run, mate.
Oh, no, I meant
That's
us
the most-
on the show if you've been listening for the last hour.
Oh, no, it's been a whole heap of things going on with my phone as well.
You got him.
Yeah.
You were listening to Triple M, weren't you?
No, I doubt it, man. I wouldn't listen to anything else.
Oh, good on you, Wayne.
Good on you,
Hey,
Wayne.
but that was a great prize that you gave away too. That lady was well deserving.
Oh, you're talking about
yeah.
the $5,000 missing word?
Yeah, 100%. That's great. Everyone needs to have a little bit of milk every now and again, mate.
Yeah, that's it, Wayne. Well, are you a wine drinker yourself?
I'm a winer.
Okay, well, we will give you six.
I'm actually doing dry July. I'm up to about $5,500.
Oh,
good on you, Wayne.
Would you rather us give you 6 bottles of Zonzo Estate, or would you rather us donate a bit of money to your dry July?
Money would be best because it's going to the Cancer Society, mate.
Oh, good on you, Wayne.
Everyone appreciates every dollar.
Well, Wayne, you hang on the line. We'll grab the link off the producers and we'll donate some money to the cause.
For great deals and cheeky getaways, Whatif.com has just the place.
A winter hideaway is great, but bring on spring.
Jump on the What If app to book hotels, apartments, holiday rentals, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
It's 610. Hallelujah, it's 610.
Now, we have got plenty of callers this morning for the 610 quiz, which we love to see. However, the eager beaver was Peter. He was the first person to call through this morning, so he gets to go first.
All right, Pete. A shock result in the World Cup last night. I was watching it at the pub. Unfortunately, the Matildas lost to Nigeria 3-2 and are at risk of getting knocked out of the World Cup. That's if they don't beat Canada in Melbourne on Monday. What continent is Nigeria on?
Oh, no, you've stumped me already.
I'm sorry, Peter.
You don't know.
Oh,
You don't
Peter.
know what continent Nigeria is.
And there's not very many continents, so just have a guess at one of them.
Yeah, no, sorry, guys.
that's all right.
I'll let you down.
The
no,
eager beaver!
It's okay. No, we appreciate how eager you were, and that's fine.
I think there's a beaver curse. Yesterday we had our eager beaver, and
True.
she fell on the first question as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure to put on a little beaver. Emma from Camberwell. Do you know what continent Nigeria is on?
Africa.
Yeah, of course. The Logies are this weekend and home and away are hoping to rack up their 50th ever Logie Award. What does Alf Stewart call someone when he's angry?
Oh, God, I've never scooped that low for home and away.
No. But it's kind of
Emma,
like it's
yeah.
transcended the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I never watched Home and
No,
Away.
neither, but I do
you
know
know
this
it.
one.
You know
Yeah.
it, Emma. Don't overthink it.
If I give you a clue, Emma, bird on fire, does that help at all?
All right, we're going to have to
sorry,
move on to
Emma.
Ben. Ben, do you know what Alf Stewart says when he's angry?
I sure do, you flaming glass.
That's right. There's talk of a Mattel Cinematic Universe after the success of Barbie. No one needs this, including an Uno movie. What do you shout in Uno when you only have one card left?
Knock, knock, Uno.
What?
Hang on.
Oh,
what?
whoa,
You
flair.
say, you
On
say
what?
knock, knock, Uno? I mean, I normally just say Uno.
Uno.
Oh, you knocked at the table 3 times.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, okay. All right. Hey, Alcoholic Solo has arrived in Australia. Solo's catchphrase is thirst what?
Slam it down fast.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think technically, I was looking for Thirst Crusher, but I think technically Slam It Down Fast is one of
Is
their
one of
things
their
as well.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay.
they have a few. So well done, you Flame and Glar. You got one over us. Okay, last question here, Ben. one of the most iconic rock bands over the last 25 years, Creed, are reforming and they're putting on a reunion tour. I want my tickets. Can you finish these lyrics?
Wide open.
You ever seen Scott Stapp singing the American national anthem at the NASCAR?
No.
Oh, it's good. Get it on YouTube.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen us do it on YouTube?
Oh, yeah. I know what video you're talking about.
Yeah,
no.
we probably can't repeat the ones.
Don't
that-
reference it, please,
Wait,
Ben.
what?
No, it's good
We
fun.
can show you during the song if you want, Bill.
Only if you get your permission slip signed.
Yeah, but you get to choose the next song we play, Ben. Well done. Now, do you want to stay in the Creed vein with some live?
Or Ben, do you want to get ready to hit the D floor on the weekend with Murder on the Dance Floor?
Let's go, people.
Dance floor? Yeah,
Dance floor.
that's a Friday vibe.
All right. Well, it's good to get some practice in before you head to Grapevine Gathering Festival. It's heading to the Yarra Valley October 7th. Tickets, head to www.grapevinegathering.com.au. We'll give you a double pass, Ben.
It's murder on the dance floor. You better not kill the groove, DJ. Gonna burn this goddamn house right down.
Belle is literally shaken in her boots this morning, in a good way. She's actually trembling. She came in on cloud nine. She was buzzing because a massive artist is coming to Melbourne. Massive for her. I don't know if it's a big deal for me or Liam. Belle, I'm gonna let you do the honours.
Joe Bro Girlies, unite!
I'm slipping and I'm drinking
It's happening! The Jonas Brothers are finally, for the first time ever, coming to Australia and doing a concert in Melbourne March next year, so we've got to wait a little bit. But I was a Jonas Brothers diehard fangirl. I was one of those girls. I had posters covering my bedroom. I had a whole hard drive just of like all videos of them and like their TV show and everything. And we have waited like 15 years for this tour.
So they never came to Australia?
No, they always did America. They did the UK. And it was this whole movement of all the fans just going, please come to Australia. And they always went, yeah. And then they broke up.
Can you give me a Joe Bros crash course real quickly? So I know they had a Disney show, like a TV show.
Yes.
And then
but that's not where they came, like that's not where they started.
They started music first.
Yes, yeah. So they started music first and they were, I'm not even kidding, they were about 13 years old.
Yeah.
And they were just these three brothers and they just, they started just releasing really like, you can hear it in their voice, they're children. And then Disney picked them up and they said, we'll give you a TV show. They started doing that and then they just blew up from there. And look, they've been around like forever. This is... For you to understand, and I mean this, Liam, you're a diehard Beatles fan. This is like the Beatles coming for me.
It's not like that at all.
This is my Beatles.
It's not
this
like
is my Beatles.
George Harrison and John Lennon being resurrected for the dead after 40-odd years and,
Yes, it
and
is.
performing. It's
Yes, it is.
very different.
Now,
So now I know they make music individually as well. So
Yeah.
they're not on bad terms.
no. There was never
Right.
bad blood between them.
Right.
It's not like
probably-
Oasis.
Yes.
They're not that rock and roll.
So like everyone gave them crap all the time, going, oh, they got their purity rings and they're all lame and
That's
whatever.
right, they have
Oh,
purity
yeah.
And
rings.
and then Kevin broke off. He got married. He took his purity ring off. And then Joe and Nick went, well, screw this then. They took theirs off and just had a wild time for a few years.
Right.
They've all come back together and now they're coming to Melbourne next year.
Do you think growing up being a fan, did the purity ring help things? The fact that like he's saving himself for me when I'm old enough.
Absolutely.
We're gonna get married. I'm marrying Joe Jonas.
But this is the thing. It was the contrast, like being surrounded by teenage boys that were like all gross and at the parties and stuff. And then you look at the Joe Bros and you're like, wow, they're so pure.
How do you rank the Joe Bros?
Oh, Nick's my favourite. He's
Nick?
always been my favourite. He's
Is
the
he
youngest. He's the one
youngest?
with the curly hair.
Right.
And so he was the best. And then Joe is the one with the eyebrows.
Right. Is
He's
he
the
the-
middle child. He's
Yep.
like the main singer. He was cool, but like not as cool as Nick. And then there's Kevin.
And what's Kevin do?
Oh, he's just there.
And isn't there a fourth brother?
Oh, then there's Frankie, the bonus
Oh,
Jonas.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've-
He
I've-
now makes TikToks, and he's around.
I've clicked on Kevin, and yeah, he's got like mutton chops Yeah, he's
But the
definitely.
sad thing is, like, he broke off and went, right, guys, I'm going to go get married and do what our family wants of us and, kept the purity ring. He was like the lame one, and then the other two just went,
What
screw
do
this.
what do Joe Bro fans call themselves? Is there a name?
We didn't really have a name. It was
Right.
before that. Like, we're talking 2007, 2008.
I think you might be the only one left that cares about them.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it feels like this would have been a big deal, like, if it happened in 2007. Do you know what I mean? Like, has the ship sailed? Like, is the hysteria still there? I mean, it certainly is living in Belle Jackson's mind. That's for sure.
If you are a 30-year-old-ish gal, an ex-Joe Bros girl, and you remember this. If you remember blasting this in your bedroom, 13 24 10, give us a call. And yes, we do have tickets.
I've never heard that song. I've
you serious?
never
And
heard that.
I'm also sorry to say, but no one has called through yet. Like, literally, like, bone dry.
I
Bone
think
dry.
Belle may be the only Joe Bros fan remaining in Melbourne.
I thought maybe the Joe Bros ship has sailed. Like, I didn't really realise there were still fans there, but it seems like you might not be the only one, Belle.
It's a nostalgic thing. Like, the current Joe Bros are, they're great, but this is, I did a call out 13 24 10. If you're, like, I'm 28 years old, if you're about 30 and you grew up with the old school Joe Bros, this is huge for you. Chandel and Geelong, good morning. Are you a Joe Bros
Morning.
fan?
Massive fan, so big that I was a member.
Oh, really?
I got the book and everything.
Oh,
the
wow.
patches to sew on your bag.
Oh, my gosh.
So was
see,
was that something that you like signed up to on their website or?
Yes.
Yep. And they've just done it overnight as well. I don't know if you saw on their Insta, but you can do it. Like, you can sign up again to become like another like verified fan, and then
you could keep going.
Yeah.
But I also made my parents promise me they'd buy me tickets when they came out, and they never came out.
So
It
now
was a bit devastating.
it's time. Oh,
Yeah,
Adele.
Mum
Mum and Dad, they're coming.
Ring in that favour.
Amazing. That was a real thing because we were all like 14 and it was like, okay, so when they come here, like, Mum and Dad are going to get me the tickets. Thanks so much for the call. Emily and Glen Iris, good morning. Okay, are you a Nick? Are you a Joe? Are you a Kevin girl? What are you?
I am a Joe girl, Belle, because I was obsessed with Camp Rock.
Camp Rock.
Yeah.
And just absolutely frothing over Joe.
He
fan
really
girl.
shone. He shone in Camp Rock. Though I will say, Nick on the boat, like singing with the guitar. I don't know. He had his moment too.
Very true.
Emily, what's your like big Joe Bro song? Like, what's your favourite?
Burning up.
You,
baby.
Ashley in Caroline Springs, what's your favourite Joe Bro song?
I'm going to jump on the bandwagon. I'm a Burning Up fan
Yeah.
too.
I'm starting to get the idea that they've only got one good song here because this is. Well, I don't
definitely
know.
not.
Well, everyone seems to be saying the same thing. I'm sort of yet to hear another song that I recognise and or know.
How did you feel this morning, Ashley, when you found out they were coming to Melbourne?
I was driving to work as I heard the call out, and I was just like, you know what, bugger this, I'm pulling over and I'm calling you guys. And I literally saw it maybe like not even 10 minutes before I got in the car to go to work, and I was like, oh my god, this is insane. Like, as if they're finally coming.
This is the thing, Ash. We're all just coming out of the woodwork. Like we've like suppressed it for a little bit. It's like, okay, it was a 15-year-old girl thing. Like, we'll move on from the Joe Bros. And then this morning, it's like, nah.
It's almost like
embrace.
it's a bit of like a Cold War thing. Like, it's like sleeper agents, like Jonas Brothers sleeper fans. They're being awoken after a decade. Grace, you are a huge Joe Bros fan, but you're not the only one. Is that right?
No, me and my boyfriend, we bonded over the Joe Bros when we first started dating.
Get out.
Whoa.
It's a bit gross. Like, when their documentary came out, that was like our pivotal dating time, and that.
Yeah, we used it as like conversation piece all the time.
And we're like, oh my
the
gosh, we
documentary.
should totally go watch it together.
Whoa.
Grace, what's your partner's name?
Toby.
Toby, who's the bigger fan, you or Grace?
It's actually him. No, I'm telling you, it's him.
Oh my
Individually, I love
gosh.
it, the Joe Bros.
Yeah.
And together, it's just like some of the old school stuff, like
Yeah.
Line Vine,
Yeah,
Trying Time.
like Burn It Up.
Yes,
Yeah.
Toby. Lines, Vines, and Trying Times was the greatest album, I think.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Some of my favorite songs like Black Keys
Black
and like
Keys.
Turn Right. It's like weird
Oh.
one.
Yes,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Toby, I am on board. Grace, Toby, I would love to see you in the mosh at the Joe Bros. You would
Oh,
be.
we'll be there.
It would be unreal.
I'll
Oh,
lose my voice.
yes.
Well, look, there's clearly a lot of big fans who are very excited about this big gig, and we do have tickets to give away. That's the good news, Joe Bros fans.
Yep.
Now, Ben and Belle, I've had a little idea to give these tickets away.
Oh, no.
After memorable, groundbreakingly creative segments such as Curry Styles, Ed Sheeran, Lasagna,
You didn't even blow on it. He's definitely burned his mouth.
Post Melon, and Stan Smith.
Let's give her the tickets.
For tickets to the Joe Bros, what a man gotta do, we bring you Jonas Mother.
That's right, I've got a can of Mother, the energy drink in front of me. Grace, I'm going to fill my mouth up with said drink, and I'm going to sing a Jonas Brothers song. If you can pick which one it is, you get tickets to the show.
Oh my gosh. All right.
I'm a bit
Um,
worried. Liam's also already had a coffee this morning, and he doesn't actually really drink coffee that much, and now he's going to have coffee and Mother.
He's going to be bouncing
Oh,
off the
no.
walls. Also, Grace, we know Toby's there in the background, your partner, so if you want to play as a team, that's totally fine with us.
And then,
All
Grace,
right, we're definitely
if you don't get it right, though, we've still got Chandel, Emily, and Ashley. We just spoke to you guys before.
Yep.
Your Joe Bro girlies. We are so excited.
I must admit, I've never actually had a Mother before, but I'm just reading the back of the can now. Obviously, quite a bit of sugar and guano. It says, how's this, though? It's got a bit of a story, a bit of a Mother origin
We
story.
don't need
okay.
the Mother
No, I want
stories.
that.
It says, under the stars of the Southern Cross, we live life our way. Life is in perpetual motion, and to slow down is to be left in the dust.
Gross.
Mother is calling. It says, pursue your dreams. What, of fighting people at a train station and wearing a snapback? Are you for real? Okay, well, I'm going to follow my dreams. Have my first mother. Shall I crack her open?
Yeah, crack her open.
There we go. Ooh.
Ooh.
I bloody better tip her in then,
All
eh?
right, Grace. So Liam's going to have his mouth full of it. He's sipping it now. You've just got to guess what Joe Bro song he's singing.
All right, let's go.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard with the liquid.
Sucker.
I'm a sucker for
You're going to the Joe
Date night at the Joe Bro.
Toby and Grace, the Joe Bro power couple. We'll flick in a couple of mothers there for you guys for your pre-drinks.
The Mother, it stinks. I can smell how sweet it is.
Toby, Grace, I'll see you there. Chandel, Emily, Ashley, thank you so much for giving us a buzz, and hang in there. I will see you guys at the gig as well.
I think it's fair to say we'll have more tickets to give away at some point.
absolutely.
Yeah, I reckon
Absolutely.
we get some more of those.
We better. I'm not your kind of girl that follows Keeping Up with the Kardashians really close or
I'm not
anything
your normal
like that.
girl.
I'm not. You guys
I'm not
know
a
me.
regular girl. I'm a cool girl.
I'm not like all the other girls.
But the thing is,
I'm like a cool chick.
I don't really care, but like I know everything about it.
Okay.
But I don't like follow it closely, but like I've seen them all.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but here's exactly what happened.
I'm about to tell you what's happened because I know this.
But listen up,
Well,
because this is my life.
But normally I'm into more alternative stuff. Like I'm not really.
Yeah, but
Sorry, Bill.
No, it's all right.
I do follow Kylie Jenner. And I don't know why. She's like my guilty pleasure. Like, I follow her on Insta. I do kind of weirdly care about everything that she does.
She's the one, I must admit, I didn't know who she was.
She's the youngest of the Kardashian Jenners.
Oh, really? Younger than Kendall?
Yes.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that. I thought Kendall was the youngest.
Nope.
But she was the one in the WAP film clip and she walks out
Yeah, very small thing she's done.
Oh, I know,
yes,
but
that's her.
I was like, everyone was like, oh my God, iconic, she's in it. And I was like, who is that? And they're like, oh, that's Kylie.
Yeah.
And that's when I really noticed who she was.
Yes.
But
so
before that, I didn't really.
The biggest thing I think people know about her as well is that she has always denied having any plastic surgery, but she looks completely different to what she did even 10 years ago.
Now, I'm firmly in the camp of I get thoroughly confused by all of their names, but you do know the faces when you see them for sure.
She's got the face with the big lips.
Yep.
She's got like the big eyes.
You're not scaling it down here.
This morning, Belle got up a photo of Kylie Jenner in 2011, I believe, and it was side by side with her in 2023. And I thought it was hilarious. Like, it's insane how different she looks. And then to hear that she has said that she's never had plastic surgery is absurd.
Until now. Huge overnight last night, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kylie Jenner admitted that she has had plastic surgery, but not on her face. She actually got her boobs done.
I got my breasts done before Stormy. Within 6 months of having Stormy, not thinking I would have a child when I was 20.
So she has 2 kids. Stormy is her eldest. So she got her breasts done when she was 20, and then she got pregnant straight away, and that's why now they're really big. So she's always denied this.
Not the plastic surgery.
No, it wouldn't have been
really
the surgery.
big?
No, and I suppose that's that thing when you have your boobs done, then you get pregnant. You also you have a Brazilian butt lift for some reason, and your entire complexion and face changes.
Honestly, it's not even like when you look at someone like Tom Cruise and you can see they've had work done, and you're like, yeah, but it's still Tom Cruise, but he's had a lot of work done. She's a different human. It's Michael Jackson-esque, where she doesn't look like the same person anymore. It's like if you put them side by side, you don't think they're the same person.
What I will say though is they've done a very good job. She's looks beautiful back in the day as well. But I'm like, it's when you said Michael Jackson-esque, that was a bad job.
Yeah,
that was very bad. I think that was very experimental plastic surgery.
But that's the thing. I also showed you guys Ariana Grande. I showed you, Kendall Jenner, you got Kylie Jenner, and they all look completely different. So she's always denied this. But online, they've had surgeons say what they reckon she's had done, and they say she's had up to 22 different things done to her face.
I didn't even know you could do that many things.
Lifts, fillers, nose job, cheeks, jawline.
We should
everything.
do a bit on the show where we give away a face. We have a,
you can get
we have, because we give away $5,000 later on this morning. But if we had a wheel, and it's you're gonna look like Kylie Jenner.
We could not do that. No, in this
you can't give away
you
a
can't
face.
Give away a nose job.
You know, it'd be fun is if you had a wheel and it had nose job, butt lift, boobs, whatever, and then you call up if you want it, and then it's like, what do you want? I'd love a new nose, and you.
Yeah,
you get new cheeks.
Or if you just have to, there's different faces on it, but because there's a bit of jeopardy in it, it's you could get Kylie or Kendall or Shrek. You sign up for this competition, and we could end up making you look like Shrek.
Some people do go overseas for their surgery, and they do come back looking like Shrek.
What gives you the ick?
What gives you the ick, Melbourne? Is there a particular trait or small annoyance that just repulses you about someone? Do you have one, Ben?
Yeah, I do. We do this every single Friday, and I look forward to this because I write them down as I see them, and I had one happen on Sunday. What gives me the ick is when I notice somebody has got their phone light on, but they don't know it's on.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big ick.
It's like, you idiot. Do you not realise you're emitting light? Your battery is running down fast.
Especially when you can see it through the pocket or through the pants.
It's just that awareness that you don't know that's on, and I do, and I don't like that.
Do you say something, though?
Absolutely not, no.
I had one as well this week. My lovely fiancé, Luke, sometimes makes that joke so I'll say something like, oh, he'll we'll go to the park or something. He'll go, you having fun? And I'll go, oh, yeah, no, it's good. And he'll go, oh, should have brought my other girlfriend then. And I'm like, well, that's just it's not funny. Or we were in New Zealand and he was like, oh, glad I didn't bring my other girlfriend. And I'm like,
has he got another girlfriend?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
I think he might.
He doesn't. But it's that
Does
joke.
your boyfriend do that joke sometimes when he's in another room talking quietly and you walk in and you go, who's that? And he goes, oh, that's just my other girlfriend.
Nobody's said that before. No. He's not. But it's it's oh, better text my other girl.
I'm working away this weekend, but you left your job last week. Oh, it's a new job.
No.
Whenever you call your partner and they're not at home and you go, who's that in the background? They go, that's my other girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm just doing one of those bits. Who's that in our
thing?
bed? This is just my other girlfriend. Whoa.
What gives you the ick? 13 24 10 is our number.
We always get incredible calls for this.
When adults wear their pyjamas to the shopping centre.
Yeah,
Oh my
gross.
God.
My husband, he bites his nails and then he leaves it on the ironing board. It's like he puts it in a collection that he's proud of. He doesn't clean it up after.
Dare I say it? It's a bit of an ick of mine that you've left the ironing board out 24/7.
Oh, really?
It has a folding feature.
When adult men jump on the trampoline, they tuck their legs up underneath them. My husband has taken off his top and then scratched his back with the fork that he's
No! That is an example of a couple of icks we've had on the show before. If you have got one you'd like to share, our number is 13 24 10.
Got a text here to 0459 888 100 from Ellie. She said, when my boyfriend gets a haircut and he's sitting in that seat with the little cape. Yuck.
Yeah.
What else is he supposed to do?
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
I think
Sometimes I feel
everyone
like they're
looks
pretty
bad.
unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not just guys. Everyone looks pathetic.
It's not a cape as well, is it?
It's a reverse cape.
It is a reverse
It's a big bib. Asher and Warrnambool, what's your ick?
Ankle socks at netball. I don't know what it is about it. I was literally talking about it last night. It's just like those sports socks that are really low next to your shoe. I just want you to put your legs away. Like cover your legs a little.
Yeah,
I don't know, the ankle bone out.
Asha, do you prefer socks that go a little bit higher?
Yeah, but like not too much. And I've spoken to a lot of people and they're like, yeah, I agree. You need to like cover your ankle bone a tad. It's
Totally.
Like, just,
the
I don't know, it just looks odd.
The thought of my ankle touching the shoe, I don't like that.
Exactly.
I don't like that at all.
When I'm
I
in,
look like a chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean. Whenever I'm in any sort of sporting mode, which is not that often, but like if it's going to the gym or going for a walk or run, I'm always wearing those little ankle socks.
I've started wearing longer socks. I got long socks on at the moment, but I've
Well,
started wearing long socks.
sometimes because I see cooler guys than me at the gym. How do you feel about this, Asher? Because I see cooler guys than me wearing sneakers and they might have long black socks on. And I tried it once. And Sarah said, you get back in there and change those effing socks because I'm not leaving the house.
You've got to be the certain type of person for that,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So I tried it and I thought it looked weird.
Nah,
But,
you've got to have big calves to get away with
Hang
that.
on, so the colour of the sock wasn't agreeing?
no, I feel like you have to be pretty cool to wear long black socks and
Right.
shorts
How long?
and go to
Like-
the gym.
like footy
no,
sock
like,
long?
like the socks I'm wearing today. Like
Yeah.
like what you'd wear under your jeans.
No, but the problem with your legs, Liam, is that you've got like you've got thin legs and they're pale. You've got to have like big calves and tan to get away with long
Chicken
black
legs.
socks.
Okay.
I wasn't going to say it, but yes.
I suppose I'll have to try and tone my calves and lay in a tanning salon so I can choose the right sock.
Liv in Seaford, good morning. What gives you the ick, Liv?
Good morning, guys. What gives me the ick is how my dad says the word onion. He'll pronounce it with a G and go onion. And he does it to annoy me.
I got one of those dads too. I got an
Yeah.
onion dad.
Onion.
What?
Yeah.
Does Liv, does your dad as well? Like, how old are you, Liv?
I am 14.
Right. So, like, if you're still not driving age, so, like, if you go to, like, Macca's or something, like, your dad would be driving, I'm assuming, and, like, you normally have to give the order to the person at the speaker box. It always gave me the ick how dad would, like, be like, what do you want? And you'd just say, like, a McFlurry, like, it's super easy. Yeah. And he would, like, forget within 30 seconds and be like, oh, it's a McFluffer.
Oh my God, yes. Yes, that is so true.
You're like, how do you not, understand? It's easy. It's
Yeah.
a chicken nugget. Like,
I
just
could
say
be-
nugget.
I could be with my mum in the car. We'd be going through KFC and she'll get like a McFlurry meal. And you're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Mum?
they don't do that here. They don't do that.
It's so embarrassing, Mum.
Yes, I have had that before with parents who are like, can I get a Whopper? And you're like,
Oh, God. They're going to think you're ripping into them. That's obviously Hungry Jocks with a flame girl.
Liv, thank you very much. Leanne in Croydon, what gives you the ick?
When a guy ties his jumper around his waist.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a guy tie a jumper around his waist.
Leanne, what do you think's worse? Having a guy tie his jumper around his waist or have it like two-rack style and have it tied around the shoulders like you're in the yacht club?
Nah, around the waist. It looks like he's wearing a diaper when he does that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe because I grew up in the eastern suburbs, the
Belle,
whole like jumper on the
I was wearing a hoodie this
shoulders.
morning. I've just taken it off.
Yeah.
I'll give Belle an
I don't
example.
think I've ever seen a guy with a jumper around his waist.
You tell me this doesn't give you the ick.
Yeah, I've received the ick. I have received the ick, Leanne.
You somehow look like an 8-year-old and a 68-year-old at the same time.
Yeah,
It's weird.
yeah. It's like when kids, like in winter, like if they're going like bowling or rock climbing at like a 10th birthday and they run around too much and get too hot, so then they have to like tie it around their waist. That's what it's sort of giving. Ben, can you check my car after work today?
What's wrong with it?
It's got one of those lights on it. I know, Belle, you're pretty good with cars as well. You grew up in like a car family.
Which light is it?
It's the genie lamp.
Oil. You've had
the oil.
You've had oil
Stop
problems.
calling it genie
You've
lamp.
had oil problems with your car for years.
Yeah, it's weird because it's this has been a problem for the last month, but it'll come on, and then I'll put some oil in it, and then then it'll be all right for like 2 days, and then it'll come on again, and it's so annoying.
Maybe there might be a leak.
You might have a leak, yeah.
But it doesn't seem to leak oil. Like I never see oil like on the
Yeah, but when
like
you're
on the
driving.
car park or
13, 24, 10 if you're a mechanic.
No, but if you had a leak, you would notice it in your car park. So
yeah, that's what I mean.
You're
That's
not
what I'm
noticing,
saying.
if there's no oil there,
No,
then
there's no oil
leak.
there. And but now it's like, I'm like, stop whinging. Like I'm giving you so much oil. Like I'm free glugging every time it sort of comes on.
The worry is that you could be overfilling it. But then if the light turns off for a while...
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
And then turns on, I don't know why it would be doing that.
It's confusing. And that's why I don't know if you can like dip your finger in there, or I don't know what you do to look
Well,
at
no,
it. Like,
you use the dipstick, obviously.
yeah, well, yeah, but yeah.
Other thing is as you call it, genie lamp, the oil light. Like, I don't think it's specifically like this is just for oil. It could be a thing that the oil is contributing to it,
Yeah.
or the car is thinking it's the oil, but it's not.
Cameron in Mernda joins us now. Cam, are you a mechanic?
Ex-mechanic, but yeah, she'll be able to help.
Yeah, so have you heard what Liam's been saying? The oil light comes on, then he puts the oil in there, and then the oil light stays on. What's the go with that?
Well, it could be oil sensor, but how old's the car? What type of car is it?
With Volkswagen, it's like a 2015 model, so pretty old.
Oh, well, first problem is it's a Volkswagen.
Oh,
But 2015.
come on, man.
Look, the reality is it could just be burning oil.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would probably, get that checked out. It could be just an oil sensor.
Because that sort of does explain, like, sometimes there is a scent around it, a little burning scent. But I don't know if that's just I'm driving past burning stuff or the car's a little bit on fire.
Cam,
How did you take this long to bring up the fact that there's a burning
Well, the thing,
smell?
I had like the full service at the start of the year, Cam, and they hit me with a $2,000 service, and I'm sort of
It's always
scared
the
of
way.
going back. I'm
Right.
like, you know what I mean?
That's because you got a Volkswagen.
Yeah, righto. Look, if there's no oil on the ground, it's obviously burning oil. Oil doesn't disappear like that.
Yeah.
So, probably get that checked out.
That's not what he wanted to hear.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate the brains trust. That's the best thing about having a radio show. You're like, what's wrong with my car? You know.
We should keep Cam around.
He's good, isn't
and
he?
if you have a question about your car...
Yeah, actually
Cam's
true.
very cute.
Cam, would you be happy to answer a few questions if people have got some little dicky problems with their car
And
at the moment?
What we'll do, Cam, is we got 6 bottles of wine. So if you give out some mechanical advice, we'll give you 6 bottles of wine.
Yeah, righto. Let's do it.
All right.
You don't seem phased either way.
All right. 13 24 10. Give us a buzz if you have a mechanical question about your car. Cam the mechanic will answer it next.
Courtney in Glen Iris, you've also got a question for ex-mechanic Cam.
Yes.
Go for it.
I was just wondering, when you're just driving and then you pull up at the light and then you slowly brake and it starts getting really squeaky and making that funny noise, is that a problem?
So your car will have on its brakes what's called a wear indicator. It's a little piece of metal that attaches to the brake pad. Once you hear squeaking whilst you're braking, that means your brake pads are getting low and you should either change them or keep driving if you have a death wish. I mean, it's your
Oh, Cam, you are brilliant.
Courtney, thank you very much. Hope that answers your question.
I think that every answer, though, is going to be go get it checked out professionally.
Jaden from Thomastown, do you have a question for Cam?
Yes, I do. Whenever I start my car, only when I start it, it blows out grey smoke out of the exhaust.
Is it a diesel?
Yes, Toyota Hilux.
Yeah, so, well, equipment, any Hilux after 1999, just throw in the bin. But diesels will leak a little bit of oil into your sort of chamber when you turn it off, and they do need to be warmed up. So probably
I'll
warm
let
up
it
your
sit for
glow
10
plug.
minutes.
Yeah. So, it's not really an issue unless you're driving around and you're busting out, sooty coal everywhere you go.
Yeah.
I'd probably get your injector pump checked. But other than that, no, don't worry about it. You're right.
All right.
Hey, first, don't worry about it.
Cam, mate, you've done an amazing job answering everybody's questions. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah,
I would. Yeah, Cam, look, if you've got any spare time, we'd love to have you. And I think this is a great little...
I'm feeling a new segment.
Yeah. Mechanic Cam.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bit of shush thanks. Time for Ben, Liam and Dell's Friday Meat Tray.
Always the thrill if you win one at the pub. Even better if you win one on the radio for telling a cracker story. Oran Poultry Co., bringing the freshest Australian specialty poultry to cooks across Australia. Have provided this one. Go to oranpoultry.co.au. Jeez, look at that slow-grown cockerel. You looking at that? It's got to be one of the best cockerel I've ever
That's
seen.
the biggest cockerel I've ever seen.
It's a big cockerel.
I've seen bigger.
Yeah.
We've got some slow-grown poulet. Corn-fed duck offal.
Stop.
Mm-hmm. It's got it all. I'm telling you. And it comes with a little apron as well. So that's what you can look forward to if you are our best caller. Before we get to that as well, we should mention the worst caller of the week.
Real standout.
Yeah. It's pretty easy one this week. Jim in Brighton. God bless him. He called through yesterday about living near the Bachelor House, which it's going to be filmed in Melbourne this time. It's actually right in Brighton, in the suburbs. And, he didn't really give us much.
He had nothing to say. Jim, mate, good morning. You live behind the Bachelor House.
Yeah, yes.
Mate, tell us about it. Have you seen Osher Ginsberg?
Nah, no, I'm sorry. Nah, because I'm on the other side.
Do you normally have a neighbour that lives in that house and they've moved out for the show, or is it normally an Airbnb?
No.
No.
That's 4 no's.
Yeah,
so
right.
we can't argue with that.
No. And then he went, yeah.
But it wasn't a yes/no question. It was, what is the house normally? No.
No. Simply refused to talk.
Absolutely added 0 to the conversation.
But I tell you who was absolutely on fire and had us in stitches. It's going to be Jen from Wheelers Hill, who called through with her sheen shame.
I have sheen shame. I have a lot of sheen shame. I am a larger lady. We just get so sick of everything in the stores having Jetame written on it, or like an anchor or some dumb stuff, that I thought I'll just buy one. Just wanted to look pretty and not like I was, going sailing. And I get complimented all the time.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Jen, you're our favourite caller of the week. Good morning.
Hello. Thank you very much. I'm glad I made you all laugh.
You did. And of course, Sheen, one of the worst perpetrators of fast fashion. Belle's normally on her high horse about it, but we did have a fake ad for Sheen this week that we put in front of her. She happily read it and said it was 100% ethically sourced and sustainable. So,
Look, if I had a sign like that, it'd make me feel a lot better, and it would make my teenager probably stop guilting me about shopping at Sheen.
Yeah. well, here's the deal, Jen. Obviously, the Friday meat tray always goes the best caller of the week, but special one for you this week. You can either have the meat tray, or $100 voucher to Sheen.
Oh no! I'm going to have to take the voucher.
Oh my God, Jen!
I'm going to have to. I know, but I have a
Jen,
13-year-old.
Jen, you can get so much with $100.
That was a test.
That was
Jen,
a test.
and
We
you
thought
failed.
for sure you weren't going to take the voucher. We didn't even arrange the voucher because we wouldn't do that because we were so sure that you wouldn't.
Jen, we'll give you $100 though. Like, you can use it there.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look, I can shame myself all I like, but I've got a handful of kids to clothe.
Yeah, I know, but you've also got
That's been done for a year.
a handful of kids that you could give corn-fed duck offal mix to as well. But, you've obviously...
I don't know how that's going to go down at the dinner.
Well, look, Jen, we do have the meat tray. You do get it.
I would love that.
We're going to shoot it to you, okay? You ready to catch it?
I'm catching it. I'm
All
catching
right,
it.
here we go.
Oh, it got me.
Oh, no.
Sorry about that. Well,
I've got a drumstick in my ear. Oh, thank you very much, guys.
Enjoy.
Hungry teenagers.
Yeah.
Today. I appreciate it greatly.
Enjoy the meat tray. Shame on you.
Shame.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.